What's up, everybody? I'm gonna play the interrogation tapes of Emmanuel Vaught. Um, it basically, like, I got in my discovery the tapes of the Secret Service interrogating him up in Cleveland, Ohio. So here we go. Hell yeah, we never talked on the phone. Don't ever talk about illegal shit over the phone. He really thought that the feds he really thought the feds were going to come down to Knoxville to set me up, but allow him to tip off his runners to get all his dope out of the house. He's so fucking so fucking stupid. See, the Secret Service, man, we were selling my bills for 50 cents on the dollar to some people up in Cleveland. Um, and, like, the Secret Service just didn't believe that people would pay that much. But, I mean, the bills did look good. Like, so basically somebody if they were gonna buy 10,000 for 5,000, I mean, you could just go shopping and spend them and double your money real quick. So like, really, the bills did look that good, but typically I did sell my bills for 25 cents on the dollar, and that is like kind of the standard going rate. But yeah, it's funny that the Secret Service didn't believe that we were selling them for that much. With 20K. That was a good lick, making 10,000 off 20. It wasn't one of my people, it was one of his people. I don't know people up in Cleveland besides them. So yeah, because dude, E would ask me, like when he first found out I was counterfeiting, he was like, man, I'll buy 250,000 off of you. And it's like, dude, most people don't understand when they find out that I was printing money or whatever, they think it's literally just, you just press print and now you have all this money. But like each bill was handcrafted, you know, 2 pieces of paper with multiple prints on each side, and then gluing them together, squeegeeing them, cutting them out, spraying them with lacquer, drawing little UV lines over the strip, painting on the color shifting ink. There's a whole process. I mean, I got it down to where I could make a $100 bill in like 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 10. But you know, to make $250,000 in $100 bills would take a significant amount of time. You know, and the materials needed for that much. I'd have to go buy like fucking a pallet of lacquer spray, and you know, yeah, it's not as easy as most people think, but. So yeah, basically he was saying that I'm not. I mean, there were a lot of times I was ripping people off, but towards the end, I kind of stopped ripping people off because the dealers that I did rip off, they'd either get pissed and I'd just ghost them, or they found out they were fake and then wanted to start buying them from me, and they'd just trade me counterfeit money for dope, or they'd buy it or whatever. So like, I probably had 10 or 12 different guys that were like multi-kilo dealers that would, that would buy bills from me, give me dope on credit or trade or whatever. So yeah, he was basically saying it's not just with him. It's, you know, I had like a little network of about 10 people. He said 10,000, but just a minute ago he said that we sold 20,000. Doesn't even make sense, dude. So yeah, I was like, I probably got E. I was just buying dope off him with these fake bills for about a month. Um, and I was getting like, you know, an 8 ball a day, pretty much. So I was basically giving him $300 bills for an 8 ball of heroin like every day for a month. So I probably got him for over 10,000. But it was through this girl that like that we were basically roommates. And he went to her house to confront her because really she was the one actually making the transaction with him. Um, and I actually pulled in my driveway while he was standing in the driveway yelling at her about it. So at the time, you know what I mean, I had a pistol. I grabbed my pistol thinking there was, you know, going to be an issue, obviously. Um, but he didn't even know me at that time. So I just heard him yelling at her like, I don't even care about the money because I was able to spend them. Like, I'm really not out any money. But I just want to know where you got them, and like I want to get more of them and shit. So, and that's how me and him started doing business like that. See, so basically the Secret Service just said, like, if you're going to cooperate with us, you have to be completely honest about everything. So, you know, he basically just asked him if the other 20,000 was from selling heroin. And for some reason, he thought that they would just look the other way about him trafficking heroin across state lines, which baffles me. I don't know how he was so stupid to think that the feds were going to ignore a multi-kilo heroin trafficker just to set up a counterfeiter. It's fucking nuts, dude. Dude, dude literally told federal agents that he was giving his heroin proceeds to his mom so she could buy properties up in Cleveland and renovate them and rent them out and all this. So it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. He thought being honest with them that they were actually gonna fucking help him, but it's like all you're doing is admitting to all of this other shit that you're up to. You know what I mean? He's a fucking idiot, but.
Today is the May 1st. It's 9:55 in the morning in the AM. Introduced over Manuel Vaught. All right, Mr. Vaught. So we had our discussion yesterday. You knew you were aware of your rights. You're still familiar with your rights. Everything's going on. Nothing's changed, right? Nothing's changed since you last slept. You still waive your rights. You're willing to agree to talk to me and everything today. So I want to wait until my partner gets in here, Mr. Hershey, but here he comes right now. So I'm going to tell you what's going on. I told him about his rights. He agrees nothing's changed. He's willing to talk to us and work with us and everything today. So I'm going to tell you what's going on, okay? Here are the charges against you right now, okay? There's one count of forgery against you, and there's one count of counterfeiting against you, okay? But here's how this works. You ready for the good news? These don't really exist. Does that make sense? Yes. But they do exist on a couple of conditions. Do you have any question on these two documents? Okay. That's you. That's the county prosecutor here in Ashland. I just got through going to the county prosecutor's office this morning. Okay. So you understand this is what you're looking at. There are other charges coming as well that he could charge you. So right now, we just want you to know these are the two big ones. They're both felonies, right? F4, F5. So here's what I'm looking at, Emmanuel. This is important. Right now, you agreed with me yesterday that you're willing to work with me. That's still a fact, correct? Here's what we're going to do today. Right now, yes or no? Yes. Question. Yes. Okay. You are willing to work? Yes. You understand? By working with me, these charges are not going to get filed. Is that correct? You understand? Yes.
So it's funny because the Secret Service up in Cleveland or Ashland County, wherever, Ohio, basically promised not to press charges if he worked for them to set me up. But then, since I was in Knoxville, the Secret Service brought him down to Knoxville to set me up, but then he was indicted in the Eastern District of Tennessee. So, the feds try and fuck you when you cooperate with them like that. Just so you all know.
Alright, now with that being said, these are yours. Those are yours to look at, to remind you of what we're doing here today and how important it is, okay? What we're going to do today now is realize that. Let me go back for a second, I'll make sure you understand something. This officer didn't do, there's other charges he can give you, so I'm going to let him talk real quick on what additional charges he's willing to file or going to file. Should you, A, run for me, B, lie to me. If you lie to me, that's a whole different
So yeah, one of his cars was in my wife's name. My car was in other people's name. We all kind of had this system. We thought anyway, to where like if the car if our cars weren't in our names, the feds couldn't seize them from us if we got caught doing everything. Um, which of course in this case he got caught and set me up, so they seized all the cars. But um, yeah, that's why one of his Kias was in my wife's name.
For a fact or not, their last name is Turner, but her car is in her name. Do you believe it's Jessica Turner? You said that's what her name was. You believe that's still her name? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to clear some evidence. We're going to make some more phone calls. But this afternoon, we're going to try to get you some clothes that fit from the jail. Okay. Once we get down to Knoxville, they'll get you some clothes and get all the stuff, get you wired up, get everything to get you going. You might be spending the night in a hotel tonight, but then doing everything tomorrow morning. We might get there in time to do it tonight. Okay. You're cool with that. No issues. Alright, we're going to table some things until we talk to the other guy gets here. He's coming down from Cleveland, you know. So we're going to work on that. But right now, you're released. Make sense? So what we're going to do is we're going to get them to get all your paperwork and everything done to release you. And then we're going to move you to another room, and then I'm going to take ownership. We're going to go together, okay? Now I'm going to let you know. When you're going to travel with me, you're going to be handcuffed, but I'm going to be enough to make it where it's easy for you to where it's not terrible, okay? You have to be wearing a seatbelt. We're going to handcuff you. We're going to handcuff you in the front. That's policy. There's nothing we can do about that, okay? You okay with that? I have no choice. Okay. This Kevin.
He said he has no choice. Definitely had a choice. It's funny because really he's so fucking ignorant. Possession of just a simple charge of possession of counterfeit bills. I think they said he had like 3,400 or something, which is weird because I gave him 5,000 before he left, so I don't know what he did with the other 1,600. But either way, possession of $3,400 in counterfeit bills is like a probatable offense, dude. Like, you know, if you just say I didn't know they were fake, I didn't know they were fake. It's just possession. He would have gotten probably a year or two probation. But he did all this shit and got himself fucked up on drug charges, fucked me up, all this shit, over like a couple years probation. The audio thing's about over, so, you know, that's basically my reaction to this dude. Yeah, and that's it. Fucking crazy. But really, all of it did work out for the best. He fucking told them about his own drug conspiracy, so he ended up getting fucking like 5 years in the feds, I think. I only got a year. And, you know, it got me off dope. I'm out of prison now. It's all good. So really, everything did kind of work out for the best. But still, fuck E.